It's great to be a Tennessee Vol. Welcome in, everybody, to the post-game show. I'm trying to get situated here. Final score tonight. I hope that's right, golly bum. I've got like 18,000 things going on right now. I hope everybody understands. Tennessee is the national champions. Actually, that's 6-5. I haven't updated that. Stand by here. I apologize. I'm like y'all. Please go ahead. Welcome in everybody to Vol Society Live Post-Game Show. The Tennessee Volunteers are the national champions 2024. Oh my goodness. What can we say about our Volunteers as I'm trying to get my stuff situated here? My name is David Morrison from the Vol Society. We have waited a long time for this to happen as the Tennessee Volunteers, for the first time in program history, are national champions. Like I said, we got a lot of people coming in. This is going to be a record show tonight, I guarantee it. You can go ahead, leave your comments, your questions. We got a lot of people coming in here. We'll try to do some shout-outs here. I don't know if I'll get all the Facebook shout-outs. We normally do Facebook shout-outs who likes the video, but I know it's going to be crazy coming in here, so we will try our best. Just go ahead and leave your comments and your questions as Tennessee is the national champions. First time in program history, 6-5 the final score. Oh, man, where do we start? Where do we start? How about let's start with Let's go back to the beginning. That's about the only thing I can figure out. I'm going to crack open this drink here. Christian Moore, bottom of the first inning, first batter Tennessee sends to the plate, sends it out of the ballpark. Tennessee goes up 1-0 right here in the bottom of the first inning. And then we jump to the third inning. Texas A&M ties it back up. But then in the bottom of the third, Tennessee answers back with 2 more runs, made it 3-1 Tennessee. And then we went scoreless up until the bottom of the 7th inning. And then Dylan Dryland ends up knocking in 2 more runs. And then Tennessee adds another run in the bottom of the 7th. It made it 6-2. If I'm doing my right, it was 6-1, 6-2, or yeah, I'm still trying to I'm flabbergasted. I apologize. I'm a lot better at this. Anyways, then top of the 8th inning, Texas A&M added 2 more runs, and same thing at the top of the 9th, but Tennessee closed it out with Aaron Combs. And how about Kirby Connell in that 8th inning? Unreal. Jerry watching us tonight says, what a nail biter. Awesome. Go Vols. Go Vols indeed. Leave your comments and your questions. Let's celebrate this, Vol fans. Please go ahead and leave your comments. We're going to read them tonight. This is going to be your show too. We've waited a long time for a national championship. My chair is slipping everywhere. Camille watching us tonight on Facebook says, "Way to go, Vols! Way to go, indeed. Continue those, because I'm still I'm still on cloud 9 right now. Obviously. All right, I think I'm situated now." Cliff watching us tonight says, hats off to Texas A&M and their excellent pitchers. We were not going to be denied. Go Vols, way to close out this season. Yeah, indeed. Texas A&M, they had a great series with us. They took that game 1, and really even the last two games, they really played very well, especially not giving up in the ninth inning. And Aaron Combs ended up closing it out for us at the end. But man, unreal. Yeah, let's kind of look, like I say, continue with those comments and questions. I'll continue to read it here. I'm just going to read some stats here while you're coming up with some here. Christian Moore on the night, 1 for 5 with a run, and of course that solo homer in the first inning. Blake Burke 2 for 4 tonight with a run. Billy Amelick finally got a hit here in this final College World Series. Billy Barrels goes 1 for 4 tonight. Glad to see he ended this season on a high note. Dylan Dryland, the MVP of the College World Series. 3 home runs in this College World Series this weekend. 2 for 2 today with 3 RBIs, a home run, and a walk. Christian Moore. Christian Moore was probably going to be that MVP up until Dylan Dryland just went off. But either way, both of those guys deserve it. Just an unbelievable thing. Our founder Brad, watching us tonight in the Outer Banks with his family, says today is a great day for Tennessee. This only continues to validate that Tennessee sports is back here to say World Series champions. Indeed. And I'll kind of pause here reading these stats here. How about Vol Nation showing out, especially Josh Heupel being there, Rick Barnes being there, Peyton Manning there, Morgan Wallen, Danny White. I saw a picture of him. You talk about a complete 180, and we've mentioned this many times. I know we got a lot of viewers tuning in tonight, so new viewers. Tennessee has really completely done a 180 in the last 3 years with Danny White coming aboard, Donde Plowman, Randy Boyd. We do not. It's not the Game of Thrones backstabbing athletic department we saw just 4 years ago. And Brad just commented, this school is a family. They support each other. They love each other. Especially Josh Heupel. Right now, this is a very busy time for Josh Heupel. He ended up picking up a big recruit today, and Donald Utu, 4-star interior lineman. He could be recruiting or setting up for the season. Same thing with Rick Barnes, but they came into Omaha. They supported Tony Vitello. Tony has done the exact same thing, going to football games, going to basketball games. It's just a full circle, and it just makes me so happy as a Tennessee fan just to see that love and support, supporting each other. And congratulations to Danny White getting a legit national championship, and Donde Plowman, she deserves it. Randy Boyd, that entire UT athletic department. Phil watching us tonight says, "Hi David, hope you're having a great night." It is a great night, Phil. And Vols have a great night, Vol Society. Yeah, we are. It's an emotional night. We're on cloud 9. Even on a personal note, like with just Vol Society, I came aboard in 2021 with Brad, less than a year after he launched this page. And, we've talked many nights on the phone, off air about whenever somebody wins a national championship, it's going to be a great night. It's going to happen. And indeed it has happened. And I'm so happy doing this live stream with y'all tonight. We'll continue to go as long as we can. I got work in the morning, but that's okay. They understand. Brad says Tony V is a treasure. Love that guy. Brian watching us tonight says, congratulations to my Vols. Indeed. This is for you, Brian. This is for Brad, Phil, Cliff, Camille, Jerry, everybody. This is for you, Vol Nation. Like I said, just continue to bring those comments and questions. We're going to read them out tonight, give you a shout out. Facebook shout outs, I may have to do it on another night as they are coming in like crazy. I appreciate, continue just to like the page. They're pouring in. I appreciate it. Like I said, let's celebrate it tonight. I guess we can go ahead and continue reading some of the box stats here while we're still reading some comments here. Let's see. Hunter Inslee, we haven't mentioned him tonight. 2 for 4 tonight. with a couple of runs. Kavaris Tears 2 for 4 tonight with an RBI. Dean Curley 2 for 4 with an RBI. Antigua came in for the second game in a row defensively. Didn't get up at bat, but even though that one throw he did on his knees over to Blake Burt, what ended up safe, but we could have been a tie ball game right now and heading into extra innings. So Antigua did a fantastic job there. Cannon Peoples, he was 0 for 4, but I tell you what, Peoples did a fantastic job Sunday afternoon drawing those walks. I'm excited to see, the future for him. And then Cal Stark 1 for 3 tonight. Just fantastic. Looking at the pitching, Xander Sechrest goes 5 1/3 innings with 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Nate Snead, surprising that Nate Snead came in the 6th inning. I thought he was going to close the game out. Matter of fact, I thought Combs would have probably came in the 6th, but Snead was 1 for 2. Or 1 for 2. Sorry, went 1 inning, almost went 2 innings. With 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 earned run, a couple of hits. Lloyd, only just got 1 out, but did pick up a strikeout. Kirby Connell, man, in the 8th inning, it was scary at the beginning, and we kind of saw it, but man, he closed it out for us, and loved what Kirby did. And then Aaron Combs sealed the deal out with 3 strikeouts in the 9th inning. Phil says, now if we can get football and basketball to follow suit, and it could happen, Phil. They're knocking at the door, especially with football. Hispanic college football players, it could happen. And same thing with basketball, like I said, just ever changing with everything and transfer portals and players coming in and out. It could happen, and I kind of hope it does motivate them to somewhat. Just unbelievable tonight. Yeah, I'll do some quick shout outs to Vance and Jesse, Rafael, Scott, Brian, many others. They're coming in. Mary, Casey, Megan, Richard, Dennis, Kurt, another Kurt. So there's a few of the shout outs right there on the Facebook page coming in. Like I said, continue with your comments and your questions. Also, if you're new, watch us tonight and not subscribed to Ball Society, please do so. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe, follow us on Twitter or X. We got a lot of content coming up for the month of July as we finish this chapter on baseball. We're getting ready to start football coming up with some preseason stuff in July and going on. But like I said, tonight we're gonna talk about this Tennessee baseball team and what Tony Vitello has done. Joined the program in 2017. Took a little bit to get going, but we had something rolling, especially, kind of got to the playoffs in 2019. I remember that. And then 2020 had a fantastic start to the season. Unfortunately, we all know what happened in 2020. And then 21 just really got cooking here. Just fantastic. Fantastic. Faye with the orange emoji. Okay. And then Courtney with epic. And indeed, it was epic. Just fantastic all the way around. Shout out to Tyler. Many others. I'm going to be butchering names, and I apologize. So I'm just going to stop right there. Tracy watching us tonight. Been on a few of our shows. Says it's great to be a Tennessee Vol fan. Indeed it is, sir. Indeed it is. Courtney says last inning had me chugging my wine. I think so. I think a lot of people were chugging whatever beverage we have. Oh man, it was close, and I was nervous that last out, but we pulled it out. Travis says pay Tony V how much he wants to keep him around. Best coach we have at Tennessee. I think Tony V is going to get a big contract extension coming up here. Yes, I do believe we need to pay him as much. I think, and one thing about Danny White I do notice is he loves those high energy coaches. He loves coaches that's playing at a high level, and yeah, I could see Tony V being here for a long time, and just even like reflecting, right after that final inning, just remembering, the '99 Fiesta Bowl when Tennessee won the '98 national championship. Amy watching us says the Vols had the best fans. Indeed, they do, Amy. I remember just remember that. I remember Pat Summitt's final national championship in '08. And then this is right up there. This is the greatest team in Tennessee baseball history, obviously. And we've had some great players that came through there, great teams, even great coaches, and they deserve it. And so appropriate. Todd Helton, some still consider him the greatest Tennessee baseball player of all time, going to Cooperstown next month. I mean, he has to be happy tonight. Some of the alums like Luke Kochaver, Garrett Crockett, Drew Gilbert, Jordan Beck. I mean, many others. Even Congress Holloway. Congress Holloway, more famous for uh, being one of the greatest quarterbacks in Tennessee football history. His jersey number is retired in baseball. Oh man, I mean, you have to be happy for him too. It's just so many others, and yeah, wonderful. Travis says that hug exchange after the Gatorade dump on Tony choked me up. Yeah, that and when he hugged his dad. I mean, the Vitello family has to just be so excited, and man, it's just unreal. Uh, this whole thing, this whole night. Indeed, it is. Continue your comments and your questions. Like I said, we'll go as long as we can if we have to. We got 160 watching tonight, that has to be. I think that's right up there as a record right there, and I appreciate people tuning in. And I told Brad I knew this would be uh, the highest viewership we had for a Vol Society live stream was right after the Alabama game in 2022. This may be right there at it. Courtney says, maybe this is good juju we need for Facion Brandon to decide to be our quarterback in August. Yeah, maybe so. I hope so. I would love to get Brandon on campus. I mean, we've already got 5-star quarterbacks and Nico and George McIntyre and Brandon could be right into the thick of things. I mean, setting up for the future for football. Travis says the way our coaches are there for each other is absolutely amazing. Absolutely, we were just mentioned that a minute ago. They are a family, and this is a busy time for both Coach Heupel and Coach Barnes recruiting, getting the season kind of squared away a little bit, and they went out to Omaha and support. I figured Peyton would have been out there. Morgan Wall has been there the whole weekend, but just to see Heupel and Barnes kind of returning the favor because Tony has went to big time football games and big time basketball games, and we've seen him in the crowd and on the sideline. So definitely returning the favor, and it's been probably it's been over 15 years since we've seen the coaches really support each other. Going back to the days of Pat Summitt and Bruce Pearl, even Philip Fulmer, and Phil was there last night. I'm not sure if he was there tonight. But it's been a long time, and I'm just so happy that this athletic department is supporting each other, wants to see each other succeed, want to see each other compete at the high levels, because the fan and obviously the fan base has been craving for something to win at, and we've been the butt end of the jokes. We've went through embarrassing NCAA's scandal, and then end up suing the NCAA, which is kind of apropos that we took one of their championships tonight, and just and now just into this moment here. It's going to be a fun summer. It's going to be. I can't wait for that first football game when that baseball team comes out there and gets a big standing ovation and hoist that national championship trophy. I mean, this has just been a emotional, surreal, exciting night, and yeah, and I'm loving this right here. Uh, I even love the bots that are liking the page tonight. That's why I'm trying to pronounce all these names. All right. Anyways, continue with your comments and your questions. Just your overall thoughts on the game. Dylan Dryland, what can you say about Dylan Dryland? Uh, Emerges a hero throughout this whole weekend. Uh, Throughout this whole weekend. Christian Moore, do you now consider Christian Moore the greatest Tennessee baseball player of all time? Maybe Dryland now takes that spot. Who knows? Brian says, love seeing all the support. I think we are on the right track. Absolutely. I do too. I'm loving this support from the entire athletic department. And I hope they do the same thing for Kim Caldwell, for women's basketball. I, I really do hope so. And I think they will. Courtney says, Dylan and SEMO 100% held us down. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Even Dylan, I'm just so happy for Dylan. Just really step up in crucial situations. Uh, he hit a home run in all three College World Series games, finales. Um, and then SEMO. What can you? SEMO's going to go down as a legend. If not number one, definitely number two or 1A in a lot of people's eyes. Maybe a top five, obviously top five. This is unreal. Travis says, do you think we have Blake and SEMO back if they're not drafted? Yeah, I think so. I think SEMO's going to go very early now, just after his performance in Omaha. I think he was kind of ranked in the top 25 in a lot of MLB draft pools, but I think he's now moved into the top 15. So I think SEMO's gone. Burke probably be gone, but if somehow they don't get drafted, then yes, I do definitely see them coming back. Tracy says, how many pitchers did we use tonight? We used 5 pitchers tonight. Xander Seacrest, Nate Snead, Lloyd, Kirby Colnell, and Aaron Combs closed it out. So we used 5. Texas A&M used, just out of curiosity, they only used 3 pitchers tonight. But, the best one they had was Stewart, and he only gave up 2 hits. But, yeah, Tennessee used 5 tonight. Let's see here. Brian says, hiring Danny White was a great move for Tennessee. Absolutely. There was some skepticism and, kind of a head scratcher, but at the end it's worked out. He has the vision of where Tennessee athletics needs to go in this ever-changing world of college sports. He knows he's been making the right moves. And like I said, I'm just glad to see that it's not what we saw 4 years ago, 5 years ago, where it was Game of Thrones up at Knoxville and everybody stabbing each other in the back and all that stuff. Z-Dog watching us tonight on Facebook says, that was amazing. Nail biter until the end. Go Vols. Go Vols and DZ Dog. It was an amazing game. Amazing run in Omaha. Travis says, don't we have Manny Ramirez's son on the squad? Maybe he gets redshirted. Yeah, Lucas Ramirez, Manny Ramirez, former Boston Red Sox player. His son will be joining the team next year. He just graduated, I'm assuming now, so he should be on the club. He could get redshirted. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who could be coming back. I know Dean Curling. They were talking throughout the whole College World Series that Billy Amlick is also a high draft pick, that Curling can move to third. You could see maybe Lucas Ramirez go to shortstop, maybe obviously, or Antigua. And then you'll have to find somebody for first base. And then I'm assuming Cal Starks. Yeah, I think Cal Starks should be a senior, which then people should take that role, I believe. But excuse me. Any other comments or questions here? I know the outfield. I'm Dryling. I'll say Dryling's gone. I say Tears might could come back because I think he's just a junior. And then pitching should be very interesting. Travis says the transfer portal will be a hit for us. I think, yeah, absolutely. After tonight, you're going to see a lot of that. I mean, the transfer portal is a blessing and a curse at the same time. With we saw some, we're already seeing some guys already kind of leave, and some of it I do kind of see why they're leaving. Uh, but it can be an attraction, and it really set us up. Billy Amlick was an All ACC player at Clemson and came to Tennessee. Kenny Peoples came from NC State. Stamos came from Cal. I think you're going to see a lot of that, and Chase Burns, what could have been. But anyways, I'll leave that there. Courtney says Tears was clutch this series. He was. He's really in this series and even throughout the whole tournament. Just kind of a quiet guy going his own pace, but man, he really stepped up big too, and especially those two great plays in the outfield. That one he hit the wall, and then the dive he did, and then Hunter Hensley done the same thing too in center field and let the eye mark on the wall. Yeah, I mean Tennessee literally left everything on that field, blood, sweat, and tears, pretty much. And yeah, they deserve it, man. Unreal. But any others? Any others? The slide through Hunter. Yeah, that's another one. I mean, there's so many highlights in this World Series. I cannot wait to somebody. I don't know who would. I can't wait to see like the season highlights of this entire College World Series. Just an unbelievable run. I mean, and really, I think a lot of Vol fans are going to go back to that first time we met Florida State, the 12-11 game. Could controversy and all with Blake Burke, but getting the walk-off win from Dryland just kind of set the tone to where we are today, and I think that's kind of the highlight for me throughout this whole tournament is going back to that first meeting with Florida State. I think that just set the tone, and Tennessee was just on a mission to get the national championship. Travis has ordered his championship T-shirt. So he's already booked it. I'm sure it's already available. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody messaged me about that. I need to. All right, stand by. I'm gonna answer this back. Thanks. Sorry, I'm being quiet here. I'm just answering this back. He said he's ordered it on Fanatics. All right. Sorry about that. I was answering a message back, and you reminded me, Travis, of a T-shirt. So apologize for that delay there. I just I remember seeing it right when it was going on the air, and I forgot to answer her back. So yeah. So I'm sure it's already on Fanatics, and I'm sure Alumni Hall and many of the others are already putting their merchandise up, and of course I'm sure they've been waiting all weekend for that. There we go. It's already available. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on the ball with that one here. Yeah. Phil says I think all the guys were locked in from the start of the season, and I think so too. You make a great point. Tennessee has been now 3 times to the College World Series. Last year, got there, kind of as an underdog to a certain degree, but ended up getting ousted once again. Actually, to the eventual national champions, LSU Tigers, last year, and then in 2021, number 1 overall seed. Getting ousted again very early, and I think they probably had that chip on their shoulder, and they've always had that. Tony V, very high emotional coach. He wants the best out of his players. You might rub people the wrong way, but that's just kind of his personality in general. And the players bought into it, and they have been buying into it. And if you're a high school baseball player thinking about playing some college baseball, why not try the University of Tennessee? I mean, the guys have fun. They're energetic, have a swagger to them, which we haven't had a. I'm not saying our teams don't play with swagger, but it definitely made Tennessee baseball stand out on its own in that. Let's see, she messaged me back. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I think so. Travis says so many records broken, so many firsts. Can't help but to be so proud of them. Yeah, indeed. Tennessee becomes the first overall number one seed to win the national championship at the College World Series since Miami in 1999. So that snaps a 25 year winning streak, which is weird to say 1999 was 25 years ago. I still want to say it's 10 years ago, but the years fly by. Crazy. Yeah, so that ends that. And everybody says it was a curse and all that, and which we were part of that curse in that 1 year. But any other comments or questions here? Give a quick shout out to David, Shane, Rhonda, Jamie, Jack, Patrick, Sue. I'm not trying to pronounce that one. No offense. Dustin, Tina, Raymond, Z-Dog, Lisa, Mel, Karen, Jeff. I think we give Tyler a shout out and Courtney a shout out. So yeah, so many. All right, so I guess we will kind of wrap it up. Like I said, what can we say? Tennessee's the national champions. So happy for them. It's going to be a fun evening. I cannot wait to. I mean, goodness, I just thought we're going to have a parade this week. So that should be coming up pretty soon. Thank you, Phil. Have a great night. So if we hear of a parade, we'll definitely let y'all know and post on Ball Society. Also, as we're winding down, don't forget, we mentioned this on a couple other shows. Beginning July the 1st here on Ball Society, I'm going to be previewing every Tennessee football opponent. July 1st, I'm going to preview all the non-conference opponents: Chattanooga, Chattanooga, UTEP, Kent State, and NC State. July 2nd, Oklahoma, and then I'm going to go through all the videos. It's going to be quick, like less than 10 minutes, kind of previewing the opponent, plus where Tennessee may be sitting at that point. We're going to be doing our countdown to kickoff series again, roster previews. So got a lot coming up in July for football. We'll definitely recap some more stuff for baseball. Yeah, like I said, and Ball Society is continuing to roll just like Tennessee Athletics. Appreciate everybody tuning in, staying up kind of late with us. Here on the East Coast, it's late. But tell you what, this is a magical night, and I'm so grateful to be a part of Ball Society for nights like this. Actually, every night, be honest. And especially talking to y'all and celebrating this national championship. Enjoy the evening. Stay safe if you're celebrating, and take care of each other. And God bless each and every one of y'all. And we'll talk to y'all next time right here on Ball Society Live. This is David Morrison saying we are the champions. Good night and go.